Okay, good evening. On take two. So I want to just do a quick video tonight showing a technique I've seen on multiple channels. Most people are using just alcohol reinkers or other alcohol markers, but I thought I would do our Stampin' Up! Blends. Sorry, puppy just came in. Go lay down. And so I wanted to do that, and I have a series coming out of the Waterside, based on the Waterside Retreat suite. And I have a set of cards here already to demo, and one of them uses this technique. So I thought I would do a special video on it just for that. And I can show you right here. This is kind of what I'm going for, what that look is. And I've already cut some out. But let's try it. So any colors are going to work. And basically, if you can scribble, that's what we want to do here. So I'm going to just take, and I'm find the brush tip works better because we're just going to scribble. You don't have to get to the edges. But for this, it's basically going to be kind of like a sunset idea. So I'm going to throw in some of these colors that make me think of a beautiful sunset. And I'm going to put them on. And now the darker colors are going to work maybe a little bit better. It depends on what you're going for. So this kind of, I could blend this in by, like pulling it into a different color. Not so worried about that because I'm going to basically do my blending a little bit. Well, I'm going to do the blending with the alcohol ink. So anyway, as I said, I am Sissy and welcome to my craft room. And this is Sissy's Cards and Crafts, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Okay, so far we've got that. If you get ink on your Glass Mat Studio, it does come off. It just wipes off. Or if you have to use something like a glass cleaner, works too. But glass cleaner, a lot of it is alcohol, and we're going to use alcohol right now. So I've just put some isopropyl alcohol into a little dropper. It helps me control it a little bit. And I do find if I use my heat gun, it works, or heat tool, it works a little bit better. So you're just going to take this and just basically drop it all around my ink. And because our Stampin' Blends are ink, alcohol ink base, it has this nice sort of reaction, and you are going to get those circles or those puddles on there. And then you can just kind of, you can either leave it as those circles there, or if you want to kind of just drizzle that ink around, and you'll get more of a marbly sort of look. So you can see how there's that circle there from the blue. But as I let that ink just pour, and you'll see it came down there, which I didn't really want to do, but you know what? I can just kind of pull it back in, or I can cut that off. Now, if you are going to use your heat tool, you don't need level 2, because as we all know, with hand sanitizer, alcohol dries very quickly. So I don't need a lot of heat to do that. In fact, just me using the heat tool, I kind of dried it at that area there. And I can push the ink around a bit if I get in there quick enough to do that. So you can, oops, wrong way. So now you can see I've got a very nice, it's still damp there in that one spot or a couple spots, but it will dry. Now I've got this marbly sort of look, and you can use your die cuts on that. You can go even one step further and emboss on this, do some heat embossing. You can like stamp on it. It's just regular vellum with now some color to it. both sides. This side's a little bit duller, but you can see through. And that's kind of one of the things that we're going to do with it, and the seeing through. So I just wanted to jump on, quickly share that, because I'm going to link this video with the cards where I use this technique, so you can see how it was done. But very quick and easy, all sorts of things you can do. And if you're really particular about how you're coloring, or you want to do certain things, you know, this is see-through, you can just put a picture beneath and kind of trace it, or do whatever you want, or do your stamp however you want to do it. There's oodles and oodles of ways of using that technique. Right? Thanks for joining. Take care.